Hi. Life, no, I was thinking about life, and there's an analogy that comes to mind. Life is like you've seen this old styled rice grinding stone. There's like a bin, and then there's a hole in the center, and then you take another block of granite, and you keep putting rice into that hole, and you keep grinding, keep going round, 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 and grind. So I call that in Tamil and all, they call it as Mavati fangs. I'm mixing Tamil and English. But it's a process of grinding rice, like a wet grinder. This is, instead of a wet grinder, you're using a stone. And life is like a wet grinder. The more you are in the process, engaged in the process of what you're of in the task, when you're constantly on one task, material that is related to that task keep coming to you. So what you do is what you continue to keep doing. So if you're being a student, you keep getting things by which you continue to be a student. Now, if you say you're constantly learning, then you keep getting material to learn. So it's like we are constantly each of us like a constant pessary, constant bed grinder. We are constantly swirling, we're constantly meditating on something. We're constantly in action, which is what keeps us alive. And what is coming to you is what is that you are grinding. Yeah. So the experiences that you have, the patterns that comes up, that shows up to you, tells you what is that you're consciously, subconsciously, continuously doing. So if you're constantly finding troubles, that is what you're thinking about. That is what you're mostly constantly doing. So if you're finding more and more trouble, so you're in some way more and more thinking about trouble. If you're constantly finding solutions, so that is what you're engaged in. You're constantly engaged in the solution of something. So life brings you more of, okay, this is what you like to do. So here, you have more material, keep doing it. So we are each this wet grinder. So how do you know what is that you're subconsciously, where is your energy constantly engaged in? Is by what you keep seeing the pattern of, what keeps coming to you more often. And that keeps changing. Once your attention shifts to something else, then life gives you other stuff. Now, if you are constantly engaged in about a problem, then you're getting more and more problem. If you're constantly engaged in about, say, creating something, then you're getting more and more things to create with. Life has work to do. You are doing this work, so you keep getting the same thing. There's a lot of work that life needs to do to maintain life. And we need workforce. Life needs workforce. So you're engaged in this, keep doing that. So here's a reflection for what you are engaged in consciously, subconsciously, and consciously. And if you're feeling tired, that is because you are doing something, but you want to be doing something else. Okay? You're constantly getting one thing, one pattern. Like, say, for example, you're constantly getting problems because you're one way or the other engaged in problems. And life keeps giving you more and more problems because that is what you're interested in. That is what you want to keep thinking about more often. So life gives you more of it. While you want to do something else. You want to be doing something else, but what you're doing is this. So between what you're engaged in and what you want to be engaged in, there's a struggle, and that gives you tiredness. So if you're tired, look at what are the patterns that you're most commonly finding. Yeah? What is a pattern in your life? So that is what you're constantly engaged in. You're more often thinking about, and hence you see more of it. And then see if what you're constantly engaged in is a match with where you would like to be. Then you see if what you're doing and where you would like to be is in a match. So that's how you realign the wheels. It's like you reach a vehicle of life. So for the vehicle to move efficiently, its wheels needs to be aligned. Yeah. So our body is like, at least there are 7 wheels, so to speak, or 7 engines, so to speak. okay, to give you an off track example, it's like we are a aeroplane, okay, and all the engines and all the propellers all need to be aligned so that the plane is going towards one direction. Yeah, otherwise the wind is coming from one direction, one propeller is moving in one way, engine is moving in one way, the vehicle won't go where it needs to go. So all the engines and propellers all needs to be working together in sync so that it's going in one direction, the direction that you would like to go. So if you're feeling very tired, that means your engines and propellers are all in different alignments. And if you're not going at the speed that you would like to be going to where you need to go to, then again your engines may be either there is too much of clogging, old stuff clogging the machinery, or or they're not optimally healthy enough, so you need to be going at the pace that you need to be going. So this is how you sort of check on how's your vehicle of life maintained. And then it all begins with first getting your compass straight, getting where you want to go, first your destination very, very clear. And then you can see if all your gauges and everything is aligned so that you're going there. Otherwise, it's looking London, going Tokyo. Okay. So first check if your destination is where you want to be going to. Do you really want to go to that place, or would you like to go somewhere else? But then you're saying, okay, this is what seems nice right now, but you haven't really thought about it. But just go in the general direction of it. Yeah. So get your destination correct first, and then check if your mind, your energy, your activities are all aligned towards getting there. Otherwise, it's again look in London, going Tokyo. And how you'll know if you're doing look in London, going Tokyo is by the degree of tiredness you're having. Because then you're all engaged in your engines, propellers, your compass, everything is in all different directions. So see if this gives you thought. I'm sure it will give you some thought. It's definitely getting my engines worked better. Because I'm in action, you see. My job is to get life going, because I'm really tired of all these old engines. It's not about the old engine. It's about, everybody wanting to go someplace, looking London, going Tokyo, and my vehicle is like, I'm pulled left, right, and center. So I'm kind of tired of that. I would really like to see life moving forward, doing things what human beings have the potential and have the capacity and are actually born to be doing, but are not doing because maybe a lot of people are not thinking about what needs to be thought about, like the way I'm doing. So I'm speaking, and so here's one engine on the job. Hopefully other engines will also remember what they're supposed to be doing and then come online. We got a lot of work to do. The engine of life, the vehicle of life is moving forward. This engine, me, is on job, is on duty. And I'm speaking, I'm doing stuff. Life is definitely moving forward. So you guys gear up, get your engines all working fine and nice. We got work to do. Thank you for listening.